Hello students, welcome to online lecture. Myself Sri Mahendra Patil, assistant teacher from KBH Vidyalay and Junior College Malegaon camp. Dear friends, we are going to study subject biology. In that, we are going to study chapter number 10 and the name of the chapter is Human Health and Diseases. In this chapter, we are going to deal with topic cells of immune system and their response to antigen. So firstly, listen about the cells of immune system. There are two main types of cells involved in the working of immune system. They are first one lymphocyte and second one antigen presenting cells. There are two main type of cells involved in the working of immune system. The first one lymphocyte and second one antigen presenting cells. So listen about lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are the main cells of immune system, and the lymphocytes arise from the stem cells, that is hemocytoblast. These hemocytoblasts present in the liver of the fetus and in the bone marrow in adult. They circulate in the body via body fluids, that is blood and lymph. Some of the lymphocytes undergoes differentiation in the gut associated basal lymphocyte tissue, that is tonsil and pear patches, are called B lymphocytes. Other lymphocytes differentiated in the thymus gland are called T lymphocytes. The mature lymphocytes pass into the body fluid, that is blood and lymph, and circulate in the body. Many of them stay in the lymph node. Then the lymphocytes are from the humoral or antibody mediated immune system, that is AMIS, and that means the B lymphocytes are from the humoral or antibody mediated immune system, and the T lymphocytes are from cell mediated immune system. Both the immune systems need antigen to come in action, but they respond in different ways. Both the immune system, beta lymphocyte and T lymphocytes, both the immune systems need antigen to come in action, but they respond in different ways. So listen about the mechanism of response of T lymphocyte to antigen. Next topic is mechanism of response of T lymphocytes to antigen. Hence, on coming in contact with the antigen, a T lymphocytes form a clone of T cell. Whenever the or on coming in contact with antigen, T lymphocyte forms a clone of T cells. When the T lymphocyte come in contact with antigen, it forms a clone of T cell which is similar, but they perform different functions. Simply it means that on coming in contact with an antigen, a T lymphocytes form a clone of T cells which are similar, but they perform different functions. The clone has four types of T lymphocyte. That means there are four types of T lymphocyte. First one helper T cell, second one killer T cell, third one suppressor T cell, and last one memory T cell. So I am going to explain in detail the all types of all four types of T lymphocytes. So firstly, listen about the helper T cell. Helper T cell produce lymphokinase that help in proliferation of other T cell and stimulation of B lymphocytes and macrophages. Helper T cell produce lymphokinase that help in proliferation of other T cell. Again, helper T cell used to stimulate the B lymphocytes and macrophages against to that of the antigen or viruses and bacteria. Second type is killer T cell. Killer T cells are also known as cytotoxic T cells. These cytotoxic T cells directly attack and destroy invading microorganisms and infected body cells and cancer cells. Killer T cells bind to the infected cells and secrete perforin that forms a perforation in the infected cell and also release harmful toxins. The perforin form a hole in the infected cell. It also releases substances that kill the cell, hence the name cytotoxic T cell. So, killer T cells bind to the infected cell and release or secrete perforin. That perforin used to form perforation, that means used to form hole in infected cell and release a substance that kill the cell, hence this cell is known as cytotoxic T cell. And the next type of T lymphocyte is suppressor T cell. Suppressor T cells suppress the entire immune system against the attack on the own body cells. Simply, these cells suppress the complete immune system against attack of the own body cell. And last one, memory T cell. The memory T cells are previously sensitized cells which retain the sensitization memory for long time in future. In simple words, memory T cells retain the memory of first encounter with the pathogen, and this memory of first encounter use in future whenever the same virus or bacteria attack on the body. That is about the mechanism of response of T lymphocyte to antigen and about the four types of T lymphocytes. Then next one, the mechanism of action of B lymphocytes to antigen. Mechanism of next topic is mechanism of action of B lymphocytes to antigen. So listen carefully. Stimulation of B lymphocytes by antigen and by helper T cells, that means B lymphocytes are sensitized or activated directly by both antigen as well as by helper T cells. B lymphocytes are activated directly by antigen as well as by helper T cell. Then these activated B lymphocytes multiplies very fastly and then produce clone of plasma cell and memory B cells. The plasma cell produce specialized glycoprotein called as antibodies. B lymphocytes ह्या डायरेक्टली अँटीजनमुळे किंवा टी हेल्पर सेलमुळे ॲक्टिवेट होतात आणि ॲक्टिवेट झालेल्या बी लिम्फोसाइट्स मल्टिप्लाय ह्या फार फास्टली होत असतात. दॅट मीन्स द ॲक्टिवेटेड बी लिम्फोसाइट मल्टिप्लायज व्हेरी फास्टली टू प्रोड्यूस क्लोन ऑफ प्लाझ्मा सेल अँड मेमरी बी सेल. दी प्लाझ्मा सेल प्रोड्यूस स्पेशलाइज ग्लायकोप्रोटीन. त्यानंतर प्लाझ्मा सेल एक विशिष्ट प्रकारचा ग्लायकोप्रोटीन तयार करतात, त्याला अँटीबॉडीज असं म्हटलं जातं. दीज अँटीबॉडीज सर्क्युलेटेड थ्रू आउट दी बॉडी फ्लुइड्स like blood and lymph. The antibody molecule may bind to the cell membrane or they remain free. The free antibodies may perform three main functions. Free antibodies perform three main functions. First one agglutination, second one opsonization, and third one neutralization. I am going to explain detail each function of the free antibodies. So listen about firstly agglutination. Agglutination is nothing but clumping. Certain antibodies responsible for clumping or agglutination of particulate matter including bacteria and viruses. It causes particles of antigen to stick together in clumps and become inactive. This immobilized mass is then engulfed by phagocytes. Such antibodies are called as agglutinin. Agglutinin म्हणजे क्लम्पिंग म्हणजेच गोळा तयार होणं. Some of the antibodies responsible for clumping or agglutination of particulate matter including bacteria and virus. जीवाणू किंवा विषाणूचा ज्यावेळेस शरीरावर आघात होतो किंवा इन्फेक्शन होतं त्यावेळेस काही अँटीबॉडीज या जीवाणू आणि विषाणूच्या विरोधात अटॅक करून त्यांच्या भोवती त्यांचा क्लम्पिंग तयार करतात. इट कॉजेस पार्टिकल of antigen to stick together in clump and become inactive. या जीवाणू किंवा विषाणू यांचा इनॅक्टिव्ह झाल्यानंतर त्यांचा जो क्लम्प किंवा गोळा तयार होतो. दिस इमोबिलाइज्ड मास इज देन engulfed by phagocytes. Such antibodies are called agglutinin. Then the next function of the free antibodies is opsonization. Some of the antibodies form coat or covering over the surface of antigen and make them inactive. Such antibodies are known as opsonin. Opsonization is a coating of bacteria to facilitate their phagocytosis by macrophages. And the third function of free antibodies, that is neutralization. Some of the antibodies neutralize toxin released by bacteria and make them inactive. For example, tetanus toxin. Thus, each and every antibody is specific for particular antigen. विशिष्ट अँटीबॉडी ही विशिष्ट अँटीजनच्याच विरोधात काम करत असते, म्हणून म्हटलं जातं ईच अँटीबॉडी इज स्पेसिफिक फॉर अ पर्टिक्युलर अँटीजन. देन the next topic, antigen presenting cells. Antigen presenting cells is other type of cells of immune system. Immune system consists of the cells, two main types of cell involved in the working of immune system. First one, the lymphocyte, and other one, second one is antigen presenting cell. So listen about the antigen presenting cells. The antigen presenting cells engulf the invading pathogens and process the antigens. The processed antigen are presented on the surface of antigen presenting cells. These cells can activate the helper T cells. Again, listen about the same. The antigen presenting cells engulf the invading pathogens and process the antigen. Then the processed antigen are presented on the surface on their own surface. These cells are able to deliver a stimulating signal that is necessary for activation of helper T cell. And the last topic of today's lecture is vaccination. Vaccination is the administration of inactivated pathogen or antigenic preparation of pathogens to protect against the infection is called vaccination. Vaccination is an important form of the primary prevention that has controlled disease like measles, polio, tetanus, whooping cough that once threatened many lives. That is about the vaccination. So, next topic of the chapter we will see next time in next lecture. Thank you.